For 10 years, everyone knew him as Titan. He could fly faster than a jet, lift buildings, and stop disasters before they happened. The city loved him. Children wore his symbol on their shirts. People believed he would always save them. Then one morning, everything changed. Titan woke up and couldn't fly. He tried again. Nothing. His strength was gone too. Doctors couldn't explain it. Scientists couldn't fix it. Within weeks, the world moved on. New heroes appeared. News channels stopped talking about him. The man who once saved millions became just another ordinary person. At first, Titan hated it. He missed the cheers. He missed feeling important. Then, one rainy evening, while walking home, he heard screams from a bridge. A school bus had skidded through a guardrail. Half of it was hanging over the edge. People were filming. Nobody was helping. For a second, Titan forgot he no longer had powers. He ran toward the bus anyway. He climbed over the broken railing and crawled inside. One by one, he helped the children out through a shattered window. The bridge groaned. The bus shifted lower. There was only one child left. Titan stayed behind. He pushed the frightened boy towards safety just as the bus began to fall. The child grabbed his hand. Other people rushed forward. Together, they pulled both of them back onto the bridge. The next day, every news channel was talking about Titan again. Not because he could fly, not because he was super strong, but because when everyone else stood and watched, he was the only one willing to risk everything. And for the first time in his life, Titan understood something. His powers had never made him a hero. His choices did. The rescue on the bridge made headlines around the world. For the first time in years, people weren't talking about Titan's strength. They were talking about his courage. Messages poured in. Children sent letters. Former teammates called to check on him. But something else happened too. Someone was watching. A week later, Titan received an invitation from a secret government facility. Curious, he agreed to go. Deep beneath the mountains, scientists showed him a strange object. A glowing crystal that had fallen from the sky. The lead scientist looked nervous. "We've studied this for months. And? It reacts to only one person." Titan frowned. "Who?" The scientist pointed at him. As Titan stepped closer, the crystal began to shine brighter. The room vibrated. Machines started beeping. Suddenly, images flashed through Titan's mind. A distant planet. An ancient civilization. A warning. Then a voice. "The trial is complete." Titan staggered backward. "What trial?" The crystal pulsed again. Power was never the gift. Character was. The scientists stared in disbelief. The crystal cracked open. Inside was a message left by the beings who had given Titan his abilities years ago. They had never intended for him to keep his powers forever. They wanted to know what he would become without them. Would he still help people? Would he still sacrifice for others? Would he still choose courage when no one expected him to? The answer had come on that bridge. Titan had passed. The crystal's light filled the room. Energy surged through his body. For the first time in years, he felt it. The strength, the speed, the power. But this time, it felt different. Because now he understood something he never had before. Being a hero wasn't about what you could do. It was about what you chose to do when you had nothing left. And this time, Titan was ready for whatever came next. As the energy settled, Titan rose slowly into the air. The scientists watched in awe. His powers had returned. But before anyone could celebrate, every screen in the facility suddenly turned red. Alert! Unknown object, entering Earth's atmosphere. The room fell silent. A massive spacecraft appeared on the monitors. It was bigger than a city. Within hours, it was hovering above the ocean. World leaders demanded answers. Military forces prepared for war. But Titan recognized the symbol on the ship. It was the same symbol he had seen in the crystal's vision. The same civilization that had once given him his powers. Without hesitation, Titan flew toward the vessel. As he approached, a single doorway opened. A figure stepped out. Tall, armored, powerful. The alien leader stared at him. "Titan, you know who I am?" The being nodded. "We have watched your world for centuries." Titan clenched his fists. "Why are you here?" The alien looked past him, toward Earth. "Because another fleet is coming." Titan's heart sank. What fleet? The alien activated a hologram. Thousands of warships appeared, an armada so large it blocked out entire star systems. The Conquerors. They destroy every world they find. Titan stared at the image. Even with his powers, the odds looked impossible. "Why tell me?" The alien stepped closer. "Because Earth is their next target." For a moment, Titan felt the weight of an entire planet on his shoulders. Then he remembered the bridge, the bus, the frightened child, the lesson he had learned. A hero's job wasn't to know he could win. A hero's job was to stand up anyway. Titan looked directly at the approaching fleet. Then he smiled. "Then let's give them a fight they'll never forget." Behind him, the Earth's defenses began to mobilize. Above him, the stars filled with enemy ships. And for the first time in human history, the battle for Earth was about to begin. The sky above Earth was no longer blue. It was filled with ships, thousands of them. From the ground, they looked like dark scars stretching across the horizon. Cities went silent. People gathered around televisions and phones, watching the impossible unfold. The Conquerors had arrived. At the front of Earth's defense fleet stood Titan. Beside him were fighter squadrons, orbital stations, and the mysterious alien allies who had come with a warning. But everyone knew the truth. They were outnumbered, badly. Then the enemy fleet moved. A wave of warships surged toward Earth. The battle began. Lasers lit up the darkness of space. Explosions flashed like miniature suns. Titan shot through the battlefield, tearing through enemy fighters at incredible speed. One ship, then 10, then 50. But for every ship destroyed, more appeared. The Conquerors seemed endless. Suddenly, a massive enemy dreadnought emerged from the center of the fleet. It dwarfed every ship around it. Its weapon began charging. The alien commander's voice echoed through the comms. "If that cannon fires, half the planet will be lost." Titan stared at the enormous vessel. There wasn't enough time. The Earth's fleet couldn't reach it. Only he could. Without a word, Titan accelerated. Faster than he had ever flown before. The stars stretched into lines around him. Enemy fire exploded all around, closer, closer. The cannon was seconds from firing. Titan slammed into the weapon with everything he had. The impact shook space itself. For a moment, nothing happened. Then cracks spread across the cannon. The entire dreadnought erupted in light. A shockwave blasted through the battlefield. Cheers erupted across Earth's comms. But as the smoke cleared, Titan wasn't moving. His suit was shattered. His energy nearly gone. He drifted silently through space. And then a new transmission appeared on every screen. A single figure sat upon a black throne aboard the largest ship in the fleet, the ruler of the Conquerors. He smiled. Impressive. His eyes locked onto Titan. "Now send me your strongest warrior." The transmission ended. Earth celebrated the victory, but Titan knew the truth. The real battle hadn't started yet, and somewhere in the darkness, the enemy king was waiting. To be continued